Hello everyone, my name is Masha and today I'm going to be doing a random pattern challenge. So I've done a couple of these random colour challenges before, and I'll leave those links in the card and in the description. And every single time that I do one, you guys always want me to do a random pattern challenge. So I thought of all the different ways that I could do that, and I think I've come up with a set of rules that I like and that I think could work. So I'm going to be using Bracelet Book for this, and if you go onto Bracelet Book and you scroll down to the latest patterns, you can see that each pattern has a pattern number. And they started with number 1, and each time a person adds a pattern to the website, the pattern increases by 1. So as I'm filming right now, the latest pattern is number 27,776. So the easiest way to do this would be to randomize a number from 1 to that number, and then just choose a pattern that comes up. However, some patterns have been removed, whether that be for violating rules and have been removed by the admins, or by request of a user. So some of the numbers don't exist as patterns. So I thought if I land on a number that doesn't exist as a pattern, I would just re-roll the dice and try again. Another thing is that I don't want to do a pattern that is larger than 20 strings. So if I land on a pattern that is larger than 20 strings, I will be able to re-roll, because otherwise I'm not getting this video done in time. I cannot make a big bracelet at the moment. Another thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to do a 1-2-1-2 pattern. If you don't know what that is, a 1-2-1-2 pattern is basically a pattern that consists mostly or entirely of forward, backward and backward, forward knots. I tend to stay away from those patterns in general because they're very difficult to segment knot and they can be really annoying to make. But specifically for this challenge as well, as that would make it very long to create, I don't have that much time right now. And in addition to everything else that I've said, I feel like I should have some choice in the matter. I don't think that I should just randomize a pattern and do that, because that wouldn't be that interesting. I think that I should get a choice from 5 different patterns. So I'm going to randomize the patterns and select 5 patterns that meet the criteria, that first of all exist, second of all are not larger than 20 strings, and third of all are not 1-2-1-2 patterns. And then after 5 patterns are selected, I can go from there and choose a pattern that I think will look the best. As I said, there is 27,776 at the moment as the latest pattern. So I'm having a little bit of trouble with actually getting the screen recording to work, so unfortunately you guys are just gonna have to trust me that I'm randomizing this genuinely. But hopefully you do. You know that I've done these challenges before, and I have randomized some things I wasn't happy with, so unfortunately the screen recording will not work for some reason. But in any case, I'm gonna put 27776 and let's randomize. 24965. 965. Oh, okay. That is actually something that I really like. See, now you're gonna think that I'm cheating. I really like that. However, okay, you know what? Crazy Knots, who created this bracelet, it's actually not that unlikely that it landed on one of her bracelets, because she has created so many patterns for Bracelet Book. It is crazy. It's Crazy Knots. I might just have to go with that. That is such a great first pattern. But let's see what else it generates. 7276, so that's a bit of an earlier pattern. Oh, that's the Apple logo, okay. That's still 19 strings, so that's doable. And that is the Apple logo. You could make that into like a keychain or something and give it to someone who's a big fan of Apple. All right, let's randomize once more. 18837. Oh, that's a really beautiful design. Yeah, it's sort of like a Celtic symbol as it says in the tags. However, that is a bit big. That is 39 strings. I will not be able to make that. But it is a very nice pattern. Right, let's randomize once more. 24294. Another pattern by Crazy Knots. How many patterns has she created? Let's actually check that out. Yeah, she has 1,696 patterns. That's like nearly 2,000 patterns. So what is that? Let's do some quick math. Let's say that each of the patterns actually exist. 1696 divided by 27776 multiplied by... That's like a 6% chance that one of her patterns is gonna come up. And that's not even considering that like some of the patterns aren't even there, they're non-existent, like they've been deleted. And that's not considering that some of the patterns we have to re-roll on because they're either 1-2-1-2 or too big. So like, it's not really that surprising that 2 of her patterns have already come up. That's crazy though. All right, let's re-roll. 6074. Oh, that's a cute little alpha cupcake. It's like a little chocolate cupcake. I really like that, that's so sweet. All right, how many have I got now? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more. 25302. That's a really recent one. Yeah, I'm not going to be making this one for sure because that is a 1-2-1-2 pattern. That is literally just forward backward knots. So let's re-roll. 790. Wow, that's a really early one. That one is way too big as well. I'm assuming that's like a football team or something, or a soccer team if you're American. All right, let's re-roll because that one's too big. 20054. Ah, that's Doctor Who reference. I love Doctor Who. I would totally make this, like, just for fun. I'm so happy that this came up, but it doesn't fit under our criteria. It's a bit too big, but I would like totally, I'm gonna add that to my to-dos because I love Doctor Who. My favorite is like the David Tennant era, the 10th Doctor. That was like my favorite time. Kind of sad I'm not gonna be making that, but it is too big. I don't have time right now. And hopefully this is actually under our criteria, 20291. And it is just under. It's 20 strings exactly, 20 bass strings plus it says 21 because it actually adds for the leading string as well, but that doesn't count 20 bass strings. What? That's like a orange kind of? Like not really. That looks like some kind of fruit. I don't know exactly what that would be though. All right, let's look over what we've got now. So we've got this beautiful pattern by Crazy Knots. We've got the apple pattern, which could be made as a keyring, as I said. That'll actually be really easy. Got another pattern by Crazy Knots. Got a cupcake and a citrus. I don't want to do the apple because 2 colors, I think that would just be boring. It's not much of a color variety. I'm not really in the mood to make the cupcake either. It is pretty cute and I think it would make a really nice sort of keyring or just like a bracelet where you have some background rows and then something in the middle and then some other background rows. I think that would look pretty cute as well. But I'm just not in the mood to do alphas, so I guess that also eliminates the citrus. Even though those guys will probably be faster to make, realistically, I could just make a tiny keyring with like an alpha in it, and I think that would be faster than actually making one of these Crazy Knots patterns. But I like them. I'm in the mood to do one of these patterns. So which one is thinner? That one's 18, that one's also 18. Just looking at them, I really like both of them. I think this one has like a very interesting look to it. In the middle of the design there's sort of like a cross and then there's 2 of these purple arrows. I think it looks really interesting, but then for some reason I want to make this one. I guess I like the sort of diamond shapes in the center. I think they look really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one, 24294 by Crazy Knots. I'm very surprised by this because before I started filming, I did a sort of test run of randomizing the patterns as like a proof of concept type of thing to see if this would actually work and be interesting. And when I did that test run, I came up with terrible patterns. There was one Bieber pattern where it was literally just Justin Bieber and 2 hearts on the side of that. Just like in text. There was this really random sort of zigzag lines that didn't really look even cohesive, it just looked kind of messy. There were these weird alpha drawings of animals that also didn't look that awesome. So I thought, okay, if I sat down and I would do this, I would probably end up with something terrible and have to make that, and that would be funny. But I'm actually really glad that it came up with something really nice. I really like Crazy Knots patterns because she has a sort of unique style that she does. She does so many of them, so she obviously knows what she's doing, and she's created so many of these and they're really awesome. I've made some of her patterns before and I'm excited to do this one. So let's get into choosing colors. We have 6 colors, 2 of which are black and white. Maybe I want to change them too. Sorry, my screen is over there. I'm assuming you already guessed that. I actually kind of like the colors that are already there, but I should probably choose my own, right? Like, it doesn't seem fair to just take the colors from that. All right, so I've got some of these sparkly yarns by the brand Alice, which I did a video on that'll be linked in the card and in the description, and I want to use these, probably. I've been really enjoying them. I like the sparkly effect that they give, and I want to try using these. Maybe the green one? I'm thinking for color D, which is like the outline, the sort of the blue one here. I think that would be pretty cool to use like a sparkly yarn for, and maybe color E as well, which is in the middle. So maybe the green one and the yellow one, because they look really nice together. Or maybe the pink and purple. I feel like pink and purple I go for quite a lot, and green and yellow I don't really tend to go for that much. But I'm also making a bracelet with the yellow right now for the challenge of the month for my patrons, which if you want to take part in, I do have a Patreon. We do challenges every month as well, along with the other challenges. It'll be linked in the description as well to sign up. Okay, I'm gonna put these here, and I'm gonna start with the pink. Say I go for the pink. The purple would be color D, because I like that more. Maybe the pink would be the pink. Choosing colors is like a whole challenge. I have a box here filled with string. I'm just gonna sort through a bit and maybe find something I like here. Well, you know what? I do have this box. I have this bag of string as well. Maybe I can find something here. I like this one. Does it go well here? Maybe. Maybe I just merge the black and the white. Maybe I just have the white be the black as well. So I just don't have black. So then this would be color D, so sort of the outline, the blue outline, followed by a darker blue outline, which would be this purple. I think they go pretty well together, like that. Yeah, I think they go pretty well. And then inside there is a purple, which also then goes into the sort of pink area there, and that would be this pink, and then the pink goes pretty well with the purple here as well. And then the pink would be the sparkly pink. So they all go quite well together. And then the white would just be white. I like that. I'm gonna keep this as an option. I'm probably gonna go for this, to be honest, but I do want to give myself another option with the green and the yellow, just to see if I like anything there. I really like this colour combination as well. So then here, sort of the same concept for the colours. I would also make the white, the black, merge the white and the black together into white. The blue would be this green, and then inside the darker blue would be the lighter green, followed by this yellow, which I think goes together pretty well as well. And then the yellow also transitions into the next sort of bit with this yellow, so they go together pretty well as well. I don't know which one I like more. See, this is kind of like my problem whenever I sit down to make patterns. If I like a pattern a lot, and I do like this pattern, I come up with more than one colour combination, and then I don't know which one to choose. Okay, I like this, but I think I'm gonna go with this. Just because I am already using this yellow in another bracelet. And I say that I do pink and purples like all the time, and so I wanna try something new. But I've been trying something new for a while now. I don't think I've done a pinkish purple bracelet for a while. So I think I might actually go back to it for this one. Let's do it. Let's see how this goes. So that took a while, but I'm finally done. And this is the bracelet that I have created. I really like it. I am incredibly, incredibly surprised with how this turned out. I think it looks absolutely terrific. I mean, I said this before, I was not expecting such a great pattern to come up, because as I was doing the sort of proof of concept, when I was testing the random pattern generator out just on my own, all the patterns came out terrible. So I was literally expecting this to be one of those like fail challenges where I do something disgusting. But I am very happy with this. Like, this is a bracelet that I would have made. As I mentioned before, I love Crazy Knots and her patterns. I think they're all really awesome. And this does seem like something I would make just on my own without a challenge. Plus, I got to use 2 of my sparkly Elite yarns, one of which is now on the floor, which I think turned out really awesome. I even made the loop with them, and yeah, I think they look really great in here. So yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised and I'm very happy with the bracelet that turned out. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope this challenge was like satisfying for you, because I know that you guys like to watch me suffer more than you actually like me succeeding at stuff. But I hope you enjoyed this challenge anyway. If you want me to do like a part 2, or if you have any other challenge ideas, or if you think I should like change the rules a little bit or something, feel free to leave that in the comments. I read every single one, and I get these ideas from you guys, so it would be awesome if you left some. I want to give a special shout out to my patrons, and especially my top supporters, who are Jane, Zoe, Tia, Izzy, and Nicole. It is with their support and the support of all of my other patrons, of course, that I'm able to run this channel. If you guys also want to become a patron, there is a link in the description where you can sign up and get exclusive perks for your donations. But yeah, other than that, as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I post videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!